I had the call of God when I was about 14 years old. At the age of 14 years, and I knew exactly where I was. When I knew, nobody spoke to me. I didn't see a vision. I was lying down. It was night in our bedroom. We were, my mother and my siblings, there were 5 of us. We all slept we're only in one room. And I slept on the floor with one of my brothers. Because, when you are Mensa, they put you always on the floor. So I was on the floor, and it was night. Everybody was asleep, I think. And my mind was working, as I normally do. My mind is always working, thinking about something. And just in the quietness of that night, something just settled in my heart and told me, you're going to live the rest of your life in the service of God. And you're going to work for God. That's all. You're going to live the rest of your life in the service of God. And from that age 14, I never wavered and I never doubted. I didn't know whether I would be a pastor. I didn't know whether I would be a bishop. I didn't know what. At that time, I wanted to be a monk. I just wanted to be in quiet places and meditate and pray. And that's what I thought working for God was, that you live in a quiet place in meditation and in prayer. But at 14 years, I had this deep sense. And 10 years after that, the Lord led me to found International Central Gospel Church at the age of 24. So there may be a 14-year-old listening to me, and God is speaking to you. Maybe you sense in your heart you're going to live for God and you're going to serve Him for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be a loud voice. It doesn't have to be you falling. But you know deep in your heart, your life belongs to God. Your life belongs to God. And for those people, I want to tell you, don't turn off that light, because your life belongs to God. He's the one who is impressing you in your heart. You may be probably 8 years old, but you know deep inside of you, my life belongs to God and I must serve Him and I must do His work. That is how God calls people. That is how God uses people. He touches us, sometimes quietly, and He puts it deep in our hearts. We can't shake it off. We know it. This is what my life is about. And just serve God and do His will. And for all of you parents, if your child tells you that, pray for them. Pray for them. And just pray that God in His own way will guide them and direct them. In my own life, nobody really guided me and directed me. I just prayed and I just said, Lord, you know my life is for you. You know I belong to you. There is nothing else I want to do in this world but to do your work and serve you in whatever way you want me to serve you. If you want me to hide in a cave and pray, I'll hide and pray. I just want to serve you. I want my life to be for you. And I pray that from 14 to 15. At the age of 15, my mother died. At the age of 16, my father died. And the only thing that kept me was that thing I had at age 14, that my life belongs to God. So that even if I don't have parents, I have God. And that's what led me all these years and continues to lead me. The reason I'm saying this is there may be people sitting here today. It could be your child, could be your daughter, could be your cousin, could be your nephew, could be somebody sitting who just feels a deep sense that their life belongs to God. The future of Christianity depends on such people. The future of Christianity depends on those young people who today are feeling that eternal push in their spirits that their lives belong to God. And I don't want to make a big altar call this evening, but I just want to pray for every person who feels that God has something he wants to use them for. They feel it. Sometimes you feel it, but you go in and out, in and out, in and out. Once